Revolution talk show. I worked as a producer at local news stations across the country, and I'm currently a senior producer for HLN Morning Express with Robin Meade at CNN Headline News. Thanks to the foundation that was laid for me through FAMU's journalism school, I was able to cover events like the inauguration of President Barack Obama, as well as impactful stories that are seen daily by millions.
I got to FAMU thinking that I wanted to just simply be successful, but I left knowing that I wanted to be significant. FAMU professors are going to bring things out in you that you didn't even know existed within yourself.
The connections and relationships I built at FAMU helped me in so many ways. They helped me to land jobs, they helped me to secure major interviews, and they helped me to stay active in the community.
At FAMU and the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication, one, they're going to help you learn to function in any environment. And two, you're going to learn how to communicate with everybody, no matter their age, status, or religion.
If it hadn't been for my FAMU experience, I don't know where I would be today. And I am so blessed to have been a part of the Florida A&M University Journalism School.
FAMU's School of Journalism and Graphic Communication really built a lot of character in me and helped keep me grounded. The school has a very rich history and a lot of distinguished alumni. You're next.
As the first accredited program of its kind among historically Black colleges and universities, the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication sets the standard in journalism and graphic communication. Since its founding in 1982, SJGC consistently receives high marks for the quality of its graduates. Students have earned awards and honors for their work on multiple media platforms, from the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences College Awards, the Associated Press, CNN, the coveted William Randolph Hearst Medallion, and other entities. SJGC is composed of two divisions, Journalism and Graphic Communication. The Division of Journalism offers instruction in digital broadcast and print journalism and public relations. The Division of Graphic Communication offers instruction in graphic design. Students showcase their talent and gain experience on campus through student media that includes the award-winning FAMU student newspaper, FAMU TV, Journey Magazine, and WANM-FM.
I'm Dr. Ann Weed Kimbrough, Dean of the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication, where we create and we deliver. Great things are happening at FAMU every day.
Florida A&M University, home of the mighty Rattlers.
From the highest of 7 hills in Florida's capital city, covering every corner of the Big Bend, this is the award-winning News 20 at 5 Live.
Good evening and welcome to News 20 at 5. I'm Kendra Moore.
And I'm Amber Payne. Florida A&M University's new leader, Elmira Mangum, will begin office tomorrow. Mangum will become FAMU's 11th president and first permanent female president in the institution's 126-year history. The university will host a welcome rally on Friday to commemorate and celebrate the occasion. Mangum previously served as vice president for planning and budget at Cornell University, where she was a senior administrator. In related news, the city of Tallahassee held their groundbreaking ceremony this morning to kick off their $37 million project called the FAMU Way Extension Project. Our very own Bray Coleman has more on this story.
Though it doesn't look like much right now, what you're actually looking at is one of the city's biggest projects since 2010, the extension and development of FAMU Way. The project has been met with some skepticism from local residents. But despite the project's present evolution, it's projected to be one of the biggest improvements to the city thus far. The project will extend FAMU Way to Lake Bradford and also the city's newest attraction, Cascade Park. Some of the project's biggest supporters were on hand for the groundbreaking ceremony Monday morning.
This is about, as you've heard many times, about our community, of which FAMU is an integral part in this city.
Construction on the FAMU Way project is slated to begin today and will take up to 2 years for completion. Today also marks the last day in office for FAMU's interim president, Dr. Larry Robinson. Robinson believes that this road will be one of the greatest improvements to Florida A&M and will enrich the entire Tallahassee community. For TV News 20, I'm Ray Coleman.
And it's Obamacare deadline day, and the website went down for maintenance this morning. Reporter Alicia Turner has joined us live in the studio with more on this story. Alicia.
Thanks, Kendra. Today is the last day to sign up for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act without penalty, but individuals are experiencing problems with the website. Visitors on healthcare.gov saw messages that the site was down for maintenance. Now, officials say those consumers who started their applications but ran into problems will now be granted an extension. Federal officials say more than 6 million have signed up for health coverage. Now, people have until midnight on tonight to obtain health insurance without facing a fine of $95 or 1% of their income.
Thank you, Alicia. People who visit the Insurance Exchange website can leave their contact information and enroll online later or call a hotline to complete their applications. And bad weather didn't stop thousands from attending the Springtime Tallahassee Festival and Parade. As a result, Saturday, residents from the Big Bend flooded the streets of the downtown area. Reporter Whitney Tolbert has more on the story.
Springtime Tallahassee has been around since 1967, and this year marked the 46th annual parade and festival. Saturday morning rain showers didn't discourage runners from participating in the 10K, 5K, and 1 mile run. First Florida Credit Union Marketing Coordinator Jimmy Manoff says he's happy the weather cleared up in time for the festivities.
I'll be honest with you, Tallahassee has had a party. This is amazing. The weather is great. We're really having a good time out here. Looks like a lot of people are having a good time as well. It's just a phenomenal event we love to do every single year.
The event is responsible for bringing nearly 13,000 out-of-town visitors to downtown Tallahassee and has an annual impact of $5 million on the local economy. The event featured over 100 vendors ranging from tasty treats to arts and crafts. Q-Sales owner Christopher Hatburn traveled from Atlanta, Georgia to attend the event. Hatburn's company sells hematite jewelry, a crystal used for calming and cooling. Hatburn says despite the economic troubles, his company is still standing.
Things have been slower over the last couple of years, but we've held our way through. We do a festival almost every weekend. Some festivals are a little bit longer. There are 10 days up to about 17 days long. Some are real short like this one, 1 day, 2 or 3 days. But the basis of our business has kept steady, so we're still standing.
Springtime Tallahassee draws a crowd of nearly 100,000 people and offers activities for all ages to enjoy. The children's park included face painting, pony rides, and arts and crafts. Adults were able to head to Clement Plaza to enjoy the sounds of live music and the beer festival.
Now, Springtime Tallahassee is one of the capital city's most attended events, as you can see. But have you ever wondered the planning process that goes into planning this event? Springtime Chair Ginger Hoffman shares a few planning details.
The planning process actually takes a year. We start the minute this is over, planning for next year. We will have a new general chair and president starting July 1. It will be their event to plan. However, it involves everybody in Springtime. It takes everyone to put on this parade, this festival in Clement Plaza, the Kids Park, and the arts and crafts.
Springtime Tallahassee takes place every year in March. For News 20 at 5, I'm Whitney Tolbert.
In 1967, the Florida legislature wanted to move the state capital from Tallahassee to Orlando. Springtime Tallahassee Festival was designed to display Tallahassee at its best and persuade legislators that the capital should remain in Leon County.
And in like manner, state workers may have to decide next year whether they want a health insurance plan with more benefits and higher monthly premiums or a cheaper one with fewer benefits and more take-home pay. Opponents say the bill would shift health care costs from the state employees. They also say it would lead to a decrease in health care quality and consequently a decline in the health and productivity of state workers. Coming up on News 20 at 5, find out what happened over the weekend at the Ultra Festival in Miami. And we'll find out the latest update on the missing Malaysian plane.
Also, stay tuned to find out what band member was convicted of manslaughter in the Robert Champion case. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.
As the conscience of the Academy, the College of Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities is not only the largest college in the university, it is an essential component for all students at FAMU as they advance and grow toward shaping their future. Students explore the performing and visual arts, the military, and the essence of mankind. Whether connecting with the Foster Tanner Fine Arts Gallery, the Marching 100, the Concert Choir, or the Essential Theater, the college is a powerful and engaging force on campus and beyond. The college offers degrees in African American Studies, Criminal Justice, English, Fine Arts, History, Music, Philosophy, Political Science, Psychology, Religion, Sociology, Social Work, and Theater. As the faculty, staff, and students study, perform, or exhibit abroad, conduct research, and perform community service, the vision is to cultivate a learning environment where we strive to do all things well.
Hi, I'm Valencia Matthews, the Dean of the College of Social Sciences, Arts and Humanities. We are the protectors of freedom, the keepers of the culture, and the ambassadors of creativity. Great things are happening at FAMU every day.
According to the Miami Police Department, approximately 80 individuals were arrested during a 3-day-long Ultra Music Festival. After an attempt to jump the fence, a private security guard was trampled and now suffers from severe brain hemorrhaging and a broken leg. Last year at the Electronic Musical Festival, 167 individuals were arrested. As a result to the unruly attendees, Miami City officials say they no longer wish to host the Ultra Music Festival. And Florida's Women, Infant, and Children's Program, better known as WIC, is saying goodbye to paper checks and hello to EBT cards. Reporter Amber Payne has more.
The WIC program is going high-tech. Over the next year, the Florida Women, Infant, and Children's Program will be changing the way foods are issued to clients, from paper checks to electronic benefit transfer. The state of Florida's WIC director, Debbie Ibex, says switching over to the EBT cards just makes sense.
WIC EBT offers a more efficient way to deliver nutritious foods to our WIC clients. It offers an improved shopping experience to our clients and easier access to the WIC foods.
Ibex says WIC EBT offers several advantages to clients. A client only has to manage one wallet-sized card compared to multiple paper checks. And WIC foods no longer have to be separated from other purchases at the time of checkout. Smart shopping with your WIC EBT card is exactly what this flyer right here says. Now, the WIC program has moved over from the checks to the EBT card. They say this will allow the checkout process for mothers to go a lot smoother. Amber Gay is a client of the WIC program. She says the EBT cards will provide mothers with a better shopping experience.
Once I got to the checkout line and gave them my check, the machine didn't work, and it kind of made me feel a little embarrassed because they had to redo it over and over again. And I'm just happy that the parents now, that they don't have to go through the same thing I went through by using the card.
The EBT card can be used at any authorized grocery store, and the benefits are replenished each month.
To find more information on the WIC EBT cards, visit floridahealth.gov. And college officials and immigrant advocates are pushing for state legislation to allow undocumented students in Florida to pay in-state college tuition rates. The State House passed a bill this month that would grant a tuition waiver to high school graduates who attended a Florida school for 4 consecutive years, regardless of their immigration status. Supporters say it's wrong to deny help to those who were brought to Florida when they were children. The legislation faces opposition in the state Senate. Some Republicans say Florida should not give a benefit to someone whose family broke the law.
U.S. Secretary John Kerry abruptly changed course after stopping to refuel the jet in Shannon, Ireland. Kerry was leaving Saudi Arabia when he made the decision to head to Paris for a brief meeting with Russian Foreign Minister. The meeting was arranged for the two to discuss the escalated tension between the Ukraine and Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin claims to have no intentions of sending troops into Ukraine, but according to U.S. officials, at least 40,000 Russian troops surrounded the border of eastern Ukraine. The meeting was called after a phone conversation between President Barack Obama and President Putin. And Jesse Baskin has become the first person to be sentenced to jail time for his role in the hazing death of drum major Robert Champion. The death happened at the 2011 annual Florida Classic. We have more on this story.
We knew Robert, and he was a good man. I apologize that this happened. I apologize that I was a part of it. You know, I know how bad it affected you.
Jesse Baskin is 22 years old now. Prosecutors say he was the most enthusiastic participant in the deadly hazing incident, striking and kicking FAMU drum major Robert Champion again and again. State Attorney Jeff Ashton pressed Circuit Judge Mark Lubet to send Baskin to prison for 9 years to send a strong message that students who engage in hazing face serious consequences.
It is tragic indeed that a young man with a good future has to lose that future, but if it saves the life of 100 Robert Champions down the line, it's worth it.
But the judge said he did not want to destroy Baskin's life. He convicted Baskin of manslaughter, making him a convicted felon, but sentenced him to 51 weeks, and by sentencing him to less than a year, spared Baskin from facing state prison time. Champion's parents were not satisfied.
Well, we don't think the justice matched crime, so we just have to work harder to make sure that we get the word out that hazing is not going to be tolerated.
Baskin said, "We know Robert and he was a good man. I apologize that this happened and I apologize that I was a part of it." Javier Espinoza and Ricardo Garcia Villanova, the two Spanish journalists who were captured 6 months ago in Syria, returned home Sunday. They were traveling with 4 fighters of the Syrian army for safety while preparing to leave when they were kidnapped. The fighters who were with them were released 12 days later. However, the captors who asked for no demands thought the journalists were spies. No information has been given regarding how they were released.
And the weather looks lovely outside, but let's find out what high temperatures are springing our way. Stay tuned. You're watching News 20 at 5.
Water we take for granted, just the things that we so easily use and dispose of and think nothing of. This is life to these people. Water, again, something we take in the States and around the world for granted. It's life-saving here in Haiti. And behind me is Most High Ministries' first water project in Haiti. It's a water tower. What you see on the top story is a 400-gallon plastic water bin. We can fill that with water for about $125. The bottom story is actually a storefront which opens out into the street. And so the children in our school drink all the water they need from the supply. The rest is then sold out in the community at profit. Those profits are used to purchase water to refill the tank and also to purchase food for the children in the school. Sponsor a water tower. Get your church together, get your civic organization together, raise the funds, and we will put these all over Haiti. They'll become self-sustaining for the community, where the profits will be going back into feeding children. It's a win-win-win situation.
I picked up the saxophone when I was 11 years old, and after that, I never looked back. I've had the opportunity to make music with some of the greats, and even perform for the legendary B.B. King. Right now, I'm composing the soundtrack for the music of my life. And of all the stages that I've ever performed on, this one hits closest to home. I'm prepared to perform in any area of my professional career because FAMU taught me.
Welcome back. I'm Whitney Tolbert with your News 20 weather forecast. I hope you all have been enjoying this beautiful day outside to start things off this week. So let's take a look at our current weather conditions out. Still mostly sunny skies out, just a beautiful day out. We're at 78 degrees currently. Humidity, not too bad with 25%, a rain chance of 0%. So I doubt if we'll be getting any showers today. Winds are coming from the north at 4 miles per hour, and our sun is expected to set at 7:55 p.m. on this beautiful evening. Now let's take a look at tonight's weather forecast. We'll have a low of 47 degrees, so a little chilly outside, but not too bad. We'll have clear skies out, and our winds are coming from the south-southwest at 1 mile per hour. Now for tomorrow's weather, similar to today, if you like today, you'll like tomorrow as well. We'll have a high of 81 degrees, a low of 45. Humidity is at 39%.
Rain chance increasing to 3%, but I still doubt if we'll get any of those showers. Winds are coming from the south-southeast at 5 miles per hour. Now let's take a look at our surrounding area temperatures. Most of them are in the upper 70s, as you can see. Bainbridge is checking in at 78 degrees, Albany 75, Moultrie 76, Thomasville and Mariana is checking in at 77 degrees, Quincy 78, and Crawfordville is coming in at 76 degrees. Now, as for our 5-day weather forecast, like I said, tomorrow we'll be experiencing similar weather to today, bright, plenty of sunshine out. We'll have a high of 81 degrees and a low of 45. So still those chillier mornings will stick around in the area. Wednesday, things again are going to be shining bright. We'll have a high of 83, a low of 50 degrees. Thursday, partly cloudy skies, 82 as our high and a low of 57. Friday, beautiful weather with a high of 83 and a low of 65. And as for Saturday, we just can't seem to take a break from those weekend showers. We'll have a high of 79 and a low of 61. Kendra and Amber, back to you at the desk.
Coming up in sports, see what local team is set to hit the field to right the wrongs of last year, and who's headed to North Texas after a weekend of hoops. We'll have that and more next in sports. You're watching News 20 at 5.
Introducing a mobile application that can open up an entire new world for the orange and green faithful, with the ability to check out the latest in-campus news, events, athletic scores, and much, much more. Specifically designed for the family. Whether it's linking to your class courses from your mobile device, looking through maps to find specific buildings on campus, or just having some fun looking through uploaded videos and photos, a great addition to your mobile family student lifestyle. Get your FAMU app today.
The College of Science and Technology exposes students to a broad variety of experiences in the fields of biology, chemistry, computer, and information sciences, mathematics, and physics. The college offers 5 baccalaureate degrees, 4 master's degrees, and a doctorate degree in physics. Outstanding faculty provides excellent opportunities for undergraduate and graduate students to engage in high-quality research programs funded by agencies such as NASA and other federal and private entities. The college houses the Center for Plasma Science and Technology, one of the state's premier centers for the study of plasmas. The college also operates several programs that provide students with professional development and other support that increases the number of students, especially underrepresented minorities, attaining degrees in the STEM areas.
I am Dr. Maurice Eddington, Dean of the College of Science and Technology, the gateway to prominence, success, and rewarding careers. Great things are happening at FAMU every day.
Welcome back, I'm Tyler Blunt with sports. After a disappointing 3-9 season last year, the Florida A&M Rattlers football team is back on the field. The Rattlers will look to improve on the positives of last year and also correct their mistakes. Starting quarterback Damian Fleming is looking to command his offense even more in his senior season. Fleming, although, will be brought back slowly as he's coming off an injury from last season. Spring practices begin today at 3 p.m., with each Saturday leading up to the orange and green game being inter-squad scrimmages. Crossing the tracks, the reigning champion Florida State Seminoles are also in the midst of spring practices. The Noles started practicing last week inside the Albert J. Dunlap indoor facility. The annual Garnet and Gold game will take place on April 12th at 3 p.m. Staying with Seminole sports, the men's basketball team is in the Big Apple. They are taking on the Minnesota Golden Gophers in the National Invitational Tournament Final Four game. Minnesota beat Florida State by 10 back in early December. Game time is set for 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Staying on the hardwood, all tickets have been punched for the trip to North Texas. The lone 1 seed left, the Florida Gators clipped the wings of the Dayton Flyers. Starting the second half down by double digits, the Dayton Flyers began hot from deep. They converted on consecutive threes by Deshaun Pierre. After a Gator score from Patrick Young followed by another Pierre score, the Gators' Scotty Wilbekin hit a three, but a late flyer layup cut into the Gators' lead. Still only down single digits, the Flyers faltered and threw away a chance to continue dancing. Florida won by 10 points and now is headed to their first Final Four in 4 years. Moving to the West Final between the Wisconsin Badgers and Arizona Wildcats. Aside from an early layup from Wildcats' Hollis Jefferson, it was a barrage of threes in the second half. After a Frank Kaminsky three, Nick Johnson followed with his own three. But the Badgers leading late by 2, Nick Johnson shot and missed, but teammate Hollis Jefferson was there to catch his mistake and slam it home. Wisconsin had one final stab at glory, but missed, forcing overtime. In OT, the Badgers used their big man to get a lead early. But once again, the Wildcats had a chance to win in the end via Nick Johnson. Johnson again missed, sealing the win for Wisconsin. After trailing all game, the Connecticut Huskies mounted a comeback against the Michigan State Spartans in the second half. They were able to start the second half on a 6-0 run. Spartans got Gary Harris hit a three, then was followed by a pair of Huskies Shabazz Napier made threes. One from the top of the key and the other from the corner. Down late, the Spartans' Keith Appling connected on a high glass bank shot to pull within 2. But after that shot, it was all Huskies till the end, when they won 60-54. The Huskies will move on to play the streaking Florida Gators in the Final Four. Connecticut was the last team to beat Florida before the Gators' 30-game win streak started. Just 48 hours after taking down the defending champs, the Kentucky Wildcats took on runner-ups from last year, the Michigan Wolverines. After a Julius Randle slam to put Kentucky ahead, the Wolverines found their shooting stroke and to keep pace. Following a Michigan corner three, another Wolverine hit a three to tie the game at 47. With the slam from Michigan, then a Randle power move for 2, the final game for the Final Four spot in Arlington heated up. Alex Porter slashed to the basket to put his team ahead, but yet another Wolverine three connected. But after a scramble for points that tied the game, freshman Aaron Harrison shot and made a three with only seconds left that won the game. And coming back to the Hill, it feels good to be number 1. The Rattlers baseball team, fresh off a series sweep of the North Carolina A&T Aggies, won. Wins collected during the series put the Rattlers over 10 wins for the season, but for the first time since 2011. As a result, the Rattlers sit atop the MEAC South in standings, leading the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats by half a game. And swinging over to the Pro Diamond, the Major League Baseball season started today. There will be a total of 13 games throughout today. The day's final game features 2 youthful teams, the Seattle Mariners and Los Angeles Angels. The $240 million man Robinson Cano will get his first chance to convince the Seattle fans he was well worth his big contract over the summer. That'll do it for your sports. Back to you ladies at the desk.
Coming up after the break, find out which top internet company is turning 10 years old. Stay tuned, you're watching News 20 at 5.